Ortho athletes have revolutionized the game once again. Through their amazing app, you can find the top doctors in the entire state. You were the MVP on the field. Now you'll be the most valuable patient off the field. Ortho athletes treats you like a 5-star. Download the app now and use the same doctors as professionals.
Welcome back to the Utah Preps podcast, everyone. We are going over specialists. We're talking long snappers, kickers, punters. You know this is my favorite position group, so let's not wait. Let's get started right now with number 3 in the snappers, Brock Detman. Brock is a stud, 6'4", 190 pounds, 2026, coming out of Wasatch. Brock has a fantastic accuracy when throwing the ball between the legs, and he's hitting his punter right on the hip. He could get out of his stance a little bit faster to help in coverage. He has fantastic height for the position, and he is going to get more athletic. He's a dude that can shoot up the rankings, and I think he's a kid that could be a national recruit. You just look at everything he does. Perfect placement, solid job getting out, but we need to see better coverage from Brock. I love watching him. At number 2, we have a true athlete, Toa Roberts. 6'3", 210 pounds. You're going to see a lot of his film coming out playing tight end. But when we watch him snap, he is an absolute dog. 6'3", 210 pounds coming out of Harriman. Toa, like I said, he's a true athlete. I easily could have rated him at tight end. And he is great at those short little slip routes. I love watching him do that. His athletic ability in punt coverage is absolutely undeniable. He is a good blocker as well. If he focuses at snapper, he's going to have a long football career. He's a kid that you could see on a D1 roster without even blinking. And I love watching these 3 snappers. And who's going to be number 1, you ask? Well, you don't have to wait long to find out. But with Toa Roberts, he's a kid that's going to be vying for that position. If he focused purely at snapping, he's a kid that could really, really shoot up the ranks. I promise you that. You just see everything right there. Solid snap, but more than that, he gets down, he gets in coverage, and he makes everyone regret returning. I love to watch this. Right here, you watch Toa. He's down, second man down the field after the gunner, and he's going to get to that guy. Bam! Right there. Takes a good angle, and that's why Toa Roberts is our number 2 snapper right there, that athletic ability. That's what coaches are looking for. That's what I look for, someone that can help in coverage and not a liability in it as well. So the more you watch Toa, the more excited you get for the kids we have in this snapping. Finally, our number 1 snapper coming in this year is Dylan Dye, 6'3", 210 pounds. I swear Orem is just assembling like a super team at this point. He is huge. Dylan's probably the most athletic snapper on the list, and he isn't easily blocked as well. He has great snaps, plays defense as well. He's a dude that at the next level, if he focuses on snapping, his future is going to be so bright. He is a good defender, don't get me wrong, but he is an elite snapper when everything's said and done. Short snaps, long snaps, he is perfect at it. Just look at that timing. It looks to be about a 0.82 snap, and it's amazing, but he has the ability to make plays like that, and that's why you're going to want him at the next level. So let's go to place kickers from now on. So place kicker number 5, we're looking at, or punter. I apologize. We're going to go to punters really quick. Punters, we lost a lot of great punters and kickers last season. And so we're going to have to go in and see who can go in and make the list. Who's going to make a big difference when it comes to punting? For me, number 3, it comes to Max Broadbank. 6'1", 180 pounds coming out of Park City. Max is a very effective Aussie punter. And getting hit, he's just getting his when it comes to kicks as well. Every once in a while you see him come in, but his kicks are mainly JV kicks, but his punting is undeniable. When he does something great, he can also traditionally punt. As he gets more consistent with his leg and his ability, he's going to be a guy that's going to shoot up the list. Park City's specialists are doing really good, and you're seeing year after year better and better specialists coming out of Park City. And I like Max a lot. He's number 3 on our list for a reason. He could get a little more flexible, but he does so many good things, and it's just fun to watch him. Max does a fantastic job. Look at this 4.0. But next, we're going to go to our number 2, Hayden Traxler, 6'3", 240. He's a kid from the 2028 class that really impressed me. He had an average punt of 41 and a long of 71. He had to beat out 2 senior starters to get his ability, and he was a starter halfway through the season. And you're just like, my goodness gracious, Hayden. He was amazing. I've watched this kid personally get better and better and better and better, and you're just like, oh my goodness. He had guys breathing down his neck. He had teams blitzing at him. He did everything right, and then you see he can drive the ball with the best of them. He isn't getting the perfect trajectory right now, but that's going to come. He's going to get that hang time. He's going to get that stuff. He is still a young buck going into his sophomore year, and he has the potential and the ability to be one of the better punters in the country. You mark my words right now. He can play offensive line as well, but he's getting better and better every time I watch him. He's doing directional stuff and giving his guys the opportunity to get the ball. He has done it at each level as a freshman, and now he's just going to keep going and going and going. I love watching Hayden. I think he's an absolute stud. And college coaches, if you're looking for a punter in the next few years, Hayden's going to be your guy. He's going to work on kickoffs as well, but I think if he can get a little more flexible, he's going to get there and be a lot better off. But you're seeing his guys get the opportunity to get under that ball and do everything. Just his whole demeanor is shifting, and you're seeing you're getting an elite punter at the end of the day. I love watching this kid and how he plays with the returners. He has great accuracy, and he's doing the little things right. So the more we watch, the more I like Hayden. I'm excited to see what he does in the future, and I think you should too. He's going to be an elite player for years to come. Westlake has a few hidden gems, and Hayden is one of theirs. Finally, for our number 1 punter, you guys got to watch out. You got to go to Brighton because Grady Bell is that dude. 6'1", 195 pounds. Not elite size by any stretch of the imagination, but he has an elite cannon tied to his hip. Statistically, he was the best punter last year with a ridiculous 47.75 average. He did that on 52 punts with a long of 63. Like I said, he isn't the tallest, but he is quick with 2-step punting. What I look for from great punters is if they can get off the ball quick and they start with their right foot if they're right-footed, jab, left foot step, and right foot kick, and goodbye to the ball. It is amazing, and I love seeing that. He has short, compact steps, and he can Aussie style as well, which is very unique. He is very effective in everything he does. As he continues to perfect his technique, there's nothing stopping him. And the gloves, honestly, that's something that just cracks me up with his ability. He has these gloves that you're just like, I don't see many punters wearing gloves since like Pat McAfee, but Grady Bell, he can do it. He does a great job. Watch him on this Aussie punt, landing on his kicking leg, doing everything right, and really just destroying that ball for a huge, huge gain. He does every little thing right. I love to watch this kid, and he's just going to keep going. So Grady Bell's 1. We've got Hayden Traxel 2 and Max Broadbank 3. You're going to see a lot more from them. Let's get to the kickers, starting with Luke Thornock. Luke, it seems like he's been around forever, helping Timpview get a state championship a few years ago. He is a stud, 5'11", 140 pounds, and the 2026 kicker has been doing it for a long time. He was a hero last year, had another solid season, and the kickoffs got way better from the year before. His strength improved drastically from the last year, and when Timpview needs a kick, he is there. I expect him to make another jump in accuracy this year. He had some injury troubles. He went through a lot, but he is gritty and he gets it done. You love to see this kid. He's quick to the ball, has great athletic ability, and he's really proved to us how elite of a kickoff kicker he is. He's going to do better. He's going to be more accurate this next year. Luke is a stud, and I just love to watch what he does. At number 4, we've got Davis Nelson, 5'9", 160 pounds, coming out of Corner Canyon. And look at that, 81 of 81, 100% accuracy. That's what we expect from our Corner Canyon kickers. He may have been the most used kicker in CARE's history, honestly. He was 4 for 6 on field goals, and that's a very solid season. He is a great athlete, not just a good athlete. And he even had a reception this year. Beneath 50, he is automatic. When he gets a little bit longer, he does drive the ball and loses some trajectory, and that causes another team to have the potential to block kicks. But he was just solid, and he has good technique. The more I watched, the more I liked with Davis because he just got better and better. And you watch these field goals, you're like, this is elite, and he is a good track athlete. He is just doing everything. He's not your typical kicker, but that trajectory has to come up, and that comes with flexibility and getting the leg up. At number 3, we've got Jackson Benyon. 6 foot, 165 pounds, coming out of Farmington. 8 of 12 on the season is pretty solid. Jackson hit a long of 52, and that's a monster ball for high school. You see these kicks, and last year we were seeing 60-plus yard field goals, but anything above 50, you're like, oh my goodness, look at that kick right there, the trajectory he's getting. It's awesome. He did have a few kicks blocked, but he has good solid form, solid trajectory when he hits the ball well. He needs to get to the ball a little bit quicker. And he's also a solid punter as well, averaging over 39 yards per kick. I expect Jackson to shoot up the national rankings. He's that good. He's a kid that takes it seriously, and I love to watch his passion for kicking. Jackson's just a kid at Farmington that Farmington has had some good kickers in the past, and he has done it in high pressure situations, and he'll continue to do it. Just fun to watch, and Jackson's a kid that you need to keep an eye on because he's that good. Finally, at number 2, let's head over to Alta. Alta has a kicker that I was flabbergasted with. He has the most unique form I've ever seen. Jack McAllister, 6'2", 170 pounds, coming out of Alta. Jack absolutely blew my mind when I called his game against Highland. His coaches have confidence in him from 55 plus, and they use him almost as a punter. They're like, hey, we have no problem just sending you out there. If you miss, whatever, they're going to get the ball in the 20. But he has one of the best legs in the state and one of the most unique techniques. He's doing basically one steps for all of his field goals, which is crazy. He has a pure soccer style. I've never seen anyone kick like this with the right training. I believe he's a P4 kicker. He is that explosive right now. It's kind of roll the dice if the ball's going to go in, but with a little training, I believe Jack McAllister could have a season just like the kickers that have committed to BYU and Utah in the final few years. He is that talented. I just love watching him. But you see this, he takes 2 steps, one to the side, literally jab, step, kick, and goodbye to the ball. And I've just never seen that before, and he has the leg to do that. He needs to get the right training. But our number 1 kicker, Tanner Pidwell, 6'2", 165 pounds. He is a stud. And we get to see Max again. But with him, Tanner was perfect last year. 7 for 7 and 53 of 53 with a long of 49. You couldn't ask him to do better. That is chef's kiss perfection. He takes the craft seriously. I like that he highlights his teammates as well. He doesn't utilize a jab step, which is unique. He's leaving a ton of power on the field doing that. He's kicking that way, which you'll notice. But that's the cool thing with him. He hasn't arrived yet, and he's still just dominating. And he's a great athlete that's getting the job done. Just very, very impressive, polished kicker. And I'm excited to see if he can continue to add to his game. So those are our kickers. Tune into the Utah Preps podcast to see more.